Hi, welcome back to Garden of the Moors. We're well into summer now and I think we're overdue a garden tour. So let's go take a look around. Okay, well, first off, the patio is looking gorgeous in this light. This pot is bursting with flowers. Then we've got one fig there, which has got huge. The citrus there, which has just started to get some flower buds on it again, which is really exciting. Loads of new growth on this lemon, which I'm really happy with, and some flower buds there. So hopefully they'll both be flowering at the same time and we'll be able to pollinate one another, which is brilliant. And then we have a couple of little pots there. But this little display is looking fantastic. It's a bit bright at the minute, so I don't know how well it looks on the camera, but really pleased with that. The only disappointing thing is that the blueberries didn't really actually set fruit, so I don't know why that would be. They're different varieties, so I thought that they would cross-pollinate, but obviously they didn't, so hopefully we'll get better luck next year. This little area is doing quite nicely as well. We've got some flowers on this one, a lobelia poking through there. That Stilby was looking amazing a couple of weeks ago when it was in full bloom. Oh, excuse me, and we leaked. And then we have the little nursery as well, so all different cuttings that are growing on here. So we've got lobelias, monarda, penstemon. What else have we got? More lobelias, salvias down here, obviously salvia amistad, but a couple of the other varieties. The leeks there, ready to go once the potatoes are out. And just, yeah, we're looking good. I love this Crocosmia, beautiful. Okay, now time for my favourite bit, which is the greenhouse. Look at what has been going on in here. Just crazy. Right, we'll start at the end and work our way back. It says some of our garlic's drying off. We had a mixed bag with them. Some of them have been really good, some of them are quite small again, but hopefully I should say, they'll be even better next year. But they did suffer with a bit of rust. Anyways, first up we have, the main focus in the greenhouse is tomatoes. And these are our Black Beauty tomatoes. And God, they are coming on really nicely. They're really good size already. No issues down here. We did have a bit of blossom end rot last year, but seem to so far be on top of that, which is really great. There we are, focused now. Ooh, he says. So yeah, these are our Black Beauty tomatoes from Saved Seed. So we're really happy with them. They've come on just brilliantly. I like that they already have trusses not too far up the stem, which is something I look for in a good tomato variety, because we only have a small amount of, or a limited amount of headroom in here. The next one we have is an accordion tomato called Genovese, something like that. But you see it has that lovely accordion sort of folding across the skin. Absolutely beautiful, but it's going to be gorgeous once it's ripe. But again, still waiting for our first ones to be ripe of these. Just underneath these tomatoes are the first basil plants. I actually did try and sow some from seed. They didn't really work. They did germinate, but they weren't very good. So I cut my losses and bought one of the plants you get from a supermarket and split it. So I actually have this one, this one, this one, this one, all from one plant. I think there's another one somewhere. We might bump into another one, but anyways, so four or five really good basil plants just from the one, which is really good, and they're absolutely flourishing here. They're doing so well. I've been having them in lots of pasta sauces, and it's just, oh, you can't beat fresh basil. Anyways, next up we have the habanero chilies. This is by far the best one. Look at the I mean, it's just fantastic, isn't it? Gorgeous, gorgeous plant. No flowers yet, they're quite small. But that's the thing, the spicier the tomato, apparently, the longer they take to come through and flower and set fruit and stuff. So that's why they need so long. So habaneros here. This is the first of my tomato cuttings that I took. Now, I wasn't very good and I didn't label any of them, so I've got no idea what they are, but I'm pretty sure that this is going to be like something like sun gold, because it's a quick growing variety. As is proven, just here we have our first fruit. Oh, I just love that, the sort of scale of ripeness. So we've got that one there. I actually lost one just before I made this video with a laundry clothes horse. So whoops, but it doesn't matter, we can still eat it, but it doesn't look good on camera. So yeah, and just behind we've got more ripening back there, more ripening just here, and up above stacks of flowers for loads more fruit, which is just brilliant. We love sun gold, it's really sweet. I mean, you know, it's sweeter than strawberries, I find. So yeah, really good. Nice little one just to snack on. Just next to that we have the next peppers, which are, they're one of the bullhorn peppers, yellow. So these are the yellow ones. But these actually have flowers. You can see some flowers back there, some flowers here. I am trying to hand pollinate them, but obviously I'd missed that one. But there's plenty more flowers coming. So hopefully one of the other ones will be pollinated and will set fruit. There's plenty of time yet, it's really early days, so I'm not particularly worried. What I am happy about is how many flowers are in bud here, which is the main thing. Next up we have Alice's Dream. Not as much going on here, although we have got a few fruit at the top. I think that's like a red with black streaking on it, so that should be really pretty when it's out. But the next pepper, also looking really good with some flowers on. This is the other bullhorn one. This is Rosso, so the red bullhorn. Both of these, actually all the peppers I've shown you so far are all from Save Seed. The only pepper we have that isn't from Save Seed is this one here, which is the what's it called, peach, something to do with peach, but it's a spicy one. And it's the only one that germinated, so I definitely want to save its seeds and hopefully get a bit of a better run germinating them next year. But looking really, really healthy. Look at those lovely big leaves, and even actually some flower buds, which is even better. Then we have the bull's heart. I can't remember, it's an Italian name, but it's like bull's heart tomato, which is in full flower. These were really, I don't know what was up with them, but they didn't take off for a long time, but they finally have. It's actually a fruit back there, so that's brilliant. But they've got lovely really fleshy fruit. They're big, but whereas some of the other big fruits are just like a big normal tomato on the inside, like a normal salad tomato, these are really fleshy. And you know, you just need one of them and you basically have so much juice coming out of it, it's insane. So yeah, but like I said, these didn't germinate very well, probably because they're the oldest seeds that I have. So I only got the 3 out of, I don't know how many I put in. I did like 3 sowings, I think. So yeah, I'd probably guess about 30-40 seeds I sowed, and we only got 3 plants out of them. But the seeds are about 4 or 5 years old, so they're getting pretty tired. So I'm going to save these seeds this year, if we get some, which hopefully we will, looking at that fruit over there. And then we'll have fresh seed. The reason why I haven't been saving these seeds is because we've got so many in the pack. I think there was like 1,000 or something like that, so just there's no need to save them. But I will now, because obviously there is a need in that the seed has started to lose its quality. Anyways, the next pepper we have, also in flower, but actually also in fruit, is Padron. Another couple of fruits there. How many is that? 5? There's how many is there? 5 there, 1 down there. There's one, actually that one at the back is probably nearly about ready to... There's a couple there. There's 3 there. Right, I mean, we can actually start harvesting them. They're nearly about the right size, so that's brilliant. You eat them green. We can eat them red as well, but you can eat them green. And they're just lovely in just fried off in some olive oil with a bit of sea salt on top. Absolutely delicious. You probably have them, probably seen them in, if you've been and had tapas somewhere. They often have padron peppers. But yeah, really, really prolific, really good. Next, we have another saved tomato, one that I always grow, Golden Sunrise. And look at the, look at the fruit trusses on that. Absolutely fantastic. And that one there, loads back there, more here, and a few more flowers to come. So yeah, no sign of any ripening yet, but they'll come. I said the sun gods have only just now started, so yeah, shouldn't be much longer and we'll get some nice fruit off of them. And then the last but not least are the Elsa, hello you, as it is, Alex, are the Elsa Craigs, which again have some lovely fruit coming on them as well. Now these are just a normal salad tomato. Just to the side of the tomatoes, where I've got my last little bit of space in the greenhouse, I've got some sowings of beetroot, and what are these ones again? Turnips. So that's just we have some succession, but also because a lot of the plants had a really bad year with snails this year. The slugs the chickens get, but the snails, I think they struggle with them unless I can step on them and then feed them to the chickens. Anyway, won't go into those details. They're a little flat because I've just watered them, but they're doing really well, and they'll go out in the next week or so, hopefully. Just gotta make some space, get rid of well, you'll see in a minute, get rid of some vegetables that are ready to harvest, and then we can put them in. Then I've got my cuttings. So in here are all different salvias. I think it's just, oh, and a couple of fuchsias as well. Yeah, so I've got fuchsia there, and then these are all salvias. And then these are actually a wildflower called valerian. Basically, I went there and went on a walk, and just on the side of the road, these had all been cut down, which is quite right. They were really tall and blocking the view from the junction, so it's a safety hazard. But I just pinched a couple because I was like, well, there's no point leaving them die when I could raise them at home. So and they have not only struck, but they're putting up some leaves, which is brilliant. So really happy with that. Oh, and then I also have whoops, some tomato cuttings as well. So I'm going to have to pot them out at some point as well. But really happy with that. Loads of tomatoes coming, and it looks like we're going to have a lovely summer of tomatoes, hopefully. So yeah, can't wait to eat all of these. The sort of wildflower area, wildflowery, meadowy type of area, is looking pretty wild. But actually, there's quite a lot of good things in there. So this hemp agrimony was actually out on the driveway, just coming by itself, blown in from somewhere. So I thought, well, that'd be a good addition for the little wildflower bit, and it's just, yeah, done marvellously well. So that's really good. I put in also some. Oh. So that was about. Put in some meadow sweet as well, which smells lovely, especially in the evening. What else have we got in here, which is doing quite nicely? There was some knapweed. Yeah, there's a knapweed here, not in flower yet, but that will soon come. Oh, that's a good toy. Oh yeah, there we go. A few other bits and bobs. Lots of self-heal this year. This little purpley one is self-heal. That's done very well this year. The first yarrow is out and running to seed actually now. Here's another one of those lovely meadow sweet flowers. Beautiful. And all the grasses as well. It all, attracts different things. And I was quite happy to find, what was it again? I think there was like some creeping sanctuary in here, which I took a video of earlier when it was in flower. But it's a lovely little yellow flower with 5 petals. I think it had 5. What else have we got? There was some birdsfoot trefoil, but I can't see its flowers now. But that's a really good plant. It's got lots of insects that are, that rely on it. Insect associates, they're called. So, for example, blue butterflies, they feed on it. Yeah, a little scruffy, I'll give you that. but that's what it's supposed to be there for. Looking a little bit scruffy, and that's what the insects like, is those different niches and things like that. I did actually sow some yellow rattle a couple of weeks ago, so hopefully that will take, and then we'll start getting obviously the yellow rattle flowers, but they'll be what's the word I'm looking for, like parasitizing the grasses and helping to reduce their vigor, and that'll make more space for more of these wildflowers. So hopefully we'll see some of that next year. Fingers crossed. Now the raspberries have done pretty well actually. Sadly we didn't get very many fruits, but the ones that are here are just fantastic. Just see them in there. Beautiful, and lots of new growth coming as well. Oh, that's a weed. But there is lots of new raspberry growth coming as well, which is really brilliant. So hopefully, if I can get this to, keep growing even better, then next year we'll have even more fruit. That's the plan. I'm probably going to actually give it a feed this year just to help it along. And I always mulch it every year, but maybe it needs more mulch as well, just to help it all along. But yeah, really want more raspberries if we can. So I'm going to do everything in my sort of arsenal, I suppose, to get them growing, so that next year we can start making some jam again. We used to make jam, well, we have done for most years, we've had the raspberries, but there's just not enough to even probably make 1 jar, so we've just been having them fresh. But yeah, they're still tasty, and as always next year. The flower border has been looking absolutely amazing. It's done really, really well, really happy with it. There's a few things that have been doing not so well recently in the past few years, but have come back, like these cocosmias again. The thymes are doing really well, and the only downside was that there was a bit of a gap when the lupins finished, so I've just plonked a little fuchsia in there for now. But we'll just go through some of my I'll show some clips of my favourite flowers at the minute, just to show you how amazing it is, because from afar you can't always tell, but actually getting up in the detail you can really see all those beautiful flowers. Still some roses flowering, but yeah, gorgeous. Okay, well, it's all changed in the veg patch. So all of the spring and summer vegetables are out now. So we did have onions, broccolis, potatoes and garlic. They're all out now. And we have got some turnips in there. These are snowball turnips, doing pretty well, although they have been a little bit munched by caterpillars, so I've gone through and picked off those. Then we have beetroot. So I've got Chioggia in the first line, which are sort of like the candy cane striped beetroots. And then burpees in the next one, which are more yellow. And then just to the side, we have some older beetroots that are doing really, really well. They're bulbing up nicely, which you can hopefully just see the makings of just there. So really, really happy with them. They're under fleece because we have a really difficult time with sparrows, of all things. You know, we love feeding the birds and stuff like that and having them, but they really go for the beetroot. So we have to protect them from that, and it's worked really well this year. Haven't had really any damage. Then we have some Swedes. Again, they're doing pretty well. A little bit of caterpillar damage, but just pick them off. The nets really help with those. And then space for leeks, which is where the potatoes have been. And then winter squash. These are the Crown Prince. I did have courgettes, but they just didn't do very well at all this year. I had a really bad luck with courgettes this year, so no courgettes this summer, which is really sad. But we just have to go with what we have got. You know, like you see, we've got heaps of tomatoes and peppers and things, and all these lovely veg down here. So these will keep us going. But yeah, so that's the veg patch in summer. Well, all sort of changeover part. One thing that is doing well is the apple trees, especially this one. Look, we've got some lovely fruit coming on there. This is a local variety. I've completely forgotten the name. Oh, actually, I think it's Captain Broad. I think that's his name. It's just come back to me, so that's good. But yeah, hopefully we'll get some nice cooking apples off of this one. And there are still somehow 2 sweet apples there. So hopefully they'll carry on. They're just above the pea line, if you know what that means. So yeah, hopefully they'll be okay. There we are. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give a big like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you again next time. Cheers!